Gone Freaks, the kid with infinite potential, the boy who wanted to find his father, the optimist who saw good in everyone. Then Kite was taken from him, and something inside Gon broke. P2 took his mentor, the person who connected him to his father, and Gon snapped. He didn't want to get stronger. He didn't care about the future. He wanted revenge, right now. His exact words, "I don't care if this is the end," and he meant it. The transformation. Gon's body aged decades in seconds. His muscles expanded, his hair grew, his face hardened into something adult, something wrong. This wasn't a power-up. This was Gon burning his entire future for one moment of rage. He sacrificed every bit of potential he had, every year he could have lived, every person he could have become. Gon for revenge. Adult Gon didn't just defeat P2, he overwhelmed them completely, with a smile on his face that wasn't Gon anymore. The cost? Everything. His nen, his potential, nearly his life. Killua had to beg Nanika to save him. She saved his life, but his nen? Gone. Permanently. The boy with infinite potential came back powerless, alive, but everything that made him a hunter was burned away. This transformation was terrifying because Gon was the optimist, the good one, and we watched that goodness burn away in seconds. He didn't become a hero, he became a monster fueled by grief. And the smile on his face while defeating P2, that's what nightmares are made of. The horror isn't just the transformation, it's the aftermath. Gon survived, but the hunter he could have been? Gone. That potential? Ashes. He traded everything for revenge and got to live with that choice. KANEKI, the kid who loved books, who wanted to be normal, who became a ghoul against his will. Then the suffering happened. Jason put KANEKI through days of extreme pain, physical and psychological, until something inside KANEKI shattered and rebuilt itself wrong. His hair turned white, not from age, from stress, from breaking. And that was just the beginning. KANEKI didn't transform once, he fractured again and again. The centipede, the Black Reaper, each transformation took another piece of KANEKI away. Each one left someone else wearing his face. And then came the dragon, the massive, out-of-control Kagune monster that nearly destroyed Tokyo. KANEKI completely lost. No consciousness, no control, just destruction. The horror of the Kagune spreading across the city, consuming everything. KANEKI's body somewhere inside, buried in flesh and rage. The terrifying part? We watched KANEKI lose himself piece by piece. Every transformation, he became less Ken and more monster. By the end, we weren't sure who KANEKI even was anymore. How many personalities lived in that broken mind? How much of the original bookworm survived? Tokyo Ghoul didn't give us a power fantasy, it gave us a tragedy of a boy who lost himself trying to protect everyone. And the dragon form, that was the final proof. Sometimes you can't come back. Eren Yeager, the kid who wanted freedom, who swore to stop all the Titans. Be careful what you wish for. The founding Titan, not the clean, powerful form from the past. This was a nightmare made real, a massive skeletal monstrosity, ribs exposed, spine visible, and Eren used it to start the rumbling, to reshape the world, to become something history would never forget. This wasn't a hero's transformation. This was a villain being born. The boy who wanted freedom became the greatest threat to freedom ever known. The boy who hated Titans became the most monstrous Titan of all. Eren lost his humanity somewhere between the basement and the ocean. Every truth he learned stripped away another piece of the kid who wanted to explore the world. By the time he activated the founding Titan, there was nothing left but determination and destruction. The skeletal form wasn't just disturbing, it was symbolic. Eren had been stripped to the bones, nothing left but the will to move forward. No matter what he had to do, no matter what he had to become. The most terrifying part? Eren chose this. He saw the future and chose to become the monster anyway. Some transformations happen from rage, from desperation. Eren's happened from cold, calculated decision. And that's what makes it horrifying. Ichigo Kurosaki, the substitute Soul Reaper, the protector, the guy who always saved everyone. Then, Ulquiorra defeated him, completely defeated him. Critical injury, consciousness fading. and the hollow inside Ichigo woke up. Full hollowification, vasto lord form, the complete loss of control. Ichigo's body moved, but Ichigo wasn't home. The thing wearing his skin? Pure instinct, pure destruction. The mask, the horns, the hollow opening in his chest, the completely white eyes. This wasn't Ichigo. This was the monster he'd been suppressing. It didn't just defeat Ulquiorra, it overwhelmed him completely. Regenerated when damaged, fired attacks without thinking. Orihime's reaction said it all. She wasn't watching her friend, she was watching a monster, and she was terrified. The transformation was powerful, sure, but the cost? Ichigo lost himself completely. His body became a weapon controlled by instinct. When he came back, he had no memory, no control, just the horror of learning what his body did while he was gone. Or consider the final Getsuga Tensho, the ultimate technique that cost Ichigo all his Soul Reaper powers. He became the Getsuga, became pure energy, defeated Aizen, and then powerless, human. Everything he was, gone. Both transformations taught the same lesson. Ultimate power means losing yourself, either to the hollow or to the void left when power is burned away. Mob, the kid who just wanted to be normal, who suppressed his emotions to control his power. Then his emotions hit 100% and beyond. Question mark percent, the unknown percentage, the part of Mob even Mob doesn't know. When Mob completely breaks, when his consciousness shuts down from overwhelming feelings, this takes over, and it's terrifying in a different way. No rage, no screaming, just calm and motionless destruction. The entity that takes over doesn't hate, doesn't feel, it just removes obstacles, efficiently, completely. Mob's power at full strength with zero restraint, reshaping the city, reality bending, matter rearranging. The psychological horror isn't the power, it's the absence. Mob is gone, something else is driving. This is what happens when someone suppresses emotions too hard, when they bottle everything up. Eventually, something breaks, and what comes out isn't human anymore. Reigen talking Mob back, reminding him who he is. That's the only thing that worked. Because brute force can't stop question mark percent. Only connection can. Only humanity can. The transformation is terrifying because it's empty, a walking natural disaster with Mob's face, but Mob isn't there. And the calm expression while reshaping everything, that's nightmare fuel. Guts, the black swordsman, the man who fought demons with a giant sword and pure determination. Then he put on the berserker armor. Armor that won't let you stop. Armor that forces your body to keep fighting even when bones fracture, when muscles tear, when you should collapse. The armor doesn't give you power, it removes your limits, removes pain, removes the body's natural warnings, and it slowly removes your humanity. When Guts wears it, he becomes the beast of darkness. The monster he's been fighting internally becomes external. The armor covers his face with a beast's skull. Appropriate, because Guts isn't home anymore, just the beast, fighting, unable to distinguish friend from foe. Sisuke sees it and feels terror, because that's not Guts, that's the thing wearing his skin. Every time he uses it, he sustains more damage, needs Shirke to pull him back from the edge. The cost isn't instant, it's gradual. Every transformation, Guts loses a bit more, gets a bit closer to the beast. One day he might not come back, one day the armor might be all that's left. That's the horror. Not a single transformation, but a slow descent, a gradual loss of self, piece by piece, battle by battle. Guts trading his humanity for survival, and the worst part, he doesn't have a choice. Without the armor, he can't protect anyone. With the armor, he might lose himself completely. Naruto Uzumaki, the kid who wanted to be Hokage, who never gave up, who believed in everyone? Then he lost control of the 9 tails. 4 tails against Orochimaru, complete loss of control. Feral, mindless, pure chakra and rage. The transformation was intense. The chakra cloak wasn't protection, it was corrosive, damaging Naruto from the inside. He attacked Sakura, nearly harmed her seriously, didn't recognize her, didn't care. This wasn't Naruto, this was the demon fox, the thing the village feared, the monster they sealed inside a child. And they were right to fear it. The transformation showed us what Naruto fought every day, the beast inside, the rage, the power that wanted to consume everything. Jiraiya had to suppress it, had to push the fox back, and Naruto woke up with no memory and serious injuries. Or consider Baryon mode against Ishiki, the form that trades life force for power. Kurama's final gift, burning their life energy to create ultimate power, fusion at the molecular level. The power was incredible. The cost? Kurama's passing, the companion who'd been with Naruto since birth, gone. Both transformations taught Naruto the same thing. Power has a cost. Sometimes that cost is control. Sometimes it's everything you love. The Four Tails form was loss of self. Baryon mode was loss of companion. Both left Naruto changed. Both showed him what happens when power goes too far.
Akira FUDO, the crybaby, the kid with a soft heart. Then he merged with the demon Amon, became Devilman. But the real horror, his final form, when demons and humans went to war, when everything Akira loved was taken from him. Miki was gone, his friends were gone, the world descended into chaos, and Akira became the ultimate Devilman. Wings spread, power unleashed, fighting against both demons and angels in the final conflict. But he'd already lost. Lost Miki, lost his humanity, lost any reason to fight except for what remained. The transformation wasn't just physical, it was the complete destruction of everything good in Akira. He kept Amon's power, lost his human heart. By the end, fighting in the wasteland of what remained, Akira realized it was all for nothing. The final confrontation with Satan, and even Satan mourned because they destroyed each other, destroyed the world. Devilman Crybaby's ending is the most brutal because Akira's transformation didn't save anyone, didn't stop the end. He became powerful and it meant nothing. The world ended anyway. That's the horror. Not that power corrupts, but that sometimes even ultimate power isn't enough. Akira's story ended knowing he failed, knowing everyone he loved was gone, knowing his transformation, his sacrifice, his pain changed nothing.
Garou, the hero hunter, the kid who wanted to be a monster because monsters were cooler than heroes. Then he actually became one. The Monster Association pushed him, a higher power offered strength, and Garou accepted. His body mutated, armored exterior, multiple forms, each one more monstrous. But the real transformation? Cosmic fear mode, power beyond comprehension. Copying Saitama's moves, mastering martial arts at cosmic level, and the side effects, affecting everyone near him just by existing, his friends, his opponents, everyone. Garou wanted to be absolute evil, to be the monster that united humanity against a common threat. Instead, he became a tragedy, a kid wearing godlike power he couldn't control. Saitama fought him back, literally, brought him back to humanity, back to the scared kid who just wanted someone to notice him. The transformation was terrifying because Garou was sympathetic. We understood him, and we watched him lose himself trying to prove a point. The power had consequences, and in the end, it was all pointless. He didn't become the monster he wanted to be. He became a cautionary tale. Tetsuo Shima, the kid with an inferiority complex, the weak one, the one always protected by Kaneda. Then, psychic powers awakened, and Tetsuo wanted to prove he was strong. The powers grew, out of control, beyond human limits, beyond physical limits. And then came the transformation. The transformation that defined anime nightmare fuel. Tetsuo's body couldn't contain the power, so it changed, expanded, growing out of control. Wires and metal merging with organic matter. Technology and biology fusing into something grotesque. The imagery became almost primal, Tetsuo regressing as his form expanded, screaming for Kaneda, the boy he resented, the boy he needed. The mass growing larger, absorbing everything near it. This wasn't power, this was Tetsuo's physical form breaking down because his psychic potential exceeded what his body could handle. He didn't become strong, he became something unrecognizable, something that used to be a boy. The other psychic children had to intervene, had to contain him in their own way, because Tetsuo's transformation showed the ultimate truth. Some power is too much for a human body, too much for a human mind. And when you reach that limit, You don't transcend, you break completely, irreversibly. Tetsuo stopped being a person long before the end. The transformation took everything human and replaced it with something else entirely.